Hey guys, welcome back to Unfiltered Friday. How you doing? What's going on? How's your life? My life is pretty good. I'm trying to get something open. Oh, good God. You know, these people that sell these gallons of stuff, I don't know. Let's get down here and see what I'm trying to do. Oh, look, it's a gallon of stuff. It's Utrecht acrylic modeling paste. Not too sure how I feel about this stuff yet. It works, okay. But getting into it, oh my God. All right, there we go. You know, we're artists, not bodybuilders. Dear Utrecht and Liquitex, all you other bastages, make it a little easier, would ya? Would ya? Anyway, we're gonna start on another project here. Let's see what I'm doing. I don't know. Stuff. Just about the same length. Yeah, about the same. Yeah, add an inch. Okay, so if we add an inch, all right. Let's see. Yeah, we're not about perfection here, so I'm gonna say there, and Lord have mercy. I'm hot, y'all. I've been futzing around with this canvas. This very canvas right here, which just happens to be a level 3 Artist Loft 10 by 20, which had the most horrible stretch job ever. It was floppy, and I would like to know, and I am probably going to be calling Michaels, because, you know, if you're going to pay what we're paying for canvases for the level 3 ones, I expect level 1s to be a little wonky. That is what it is. But when I'm buying level 3 canvases, I don't expect them to be crap. End of story. I don't expect to have to come home and spray them with water and then let them dry and then spray them again with water in the corners and blow dry them for 20 minutes. That makes me mad. So, that being said, I don't know that it really makes much difference, but it just irritates the far out of me. And, you know, I mean, we can get them for a decent enough price if you buy the Pro Packs. But if I'm having to come home and beat them to death to get a decent canvas, I would honestly rather buy something I don't have to beat to death. So, anyway, I'm feeling a little fired up about it because in the last 24 hours, I've had to do that one this way, another one, and there are 2 more down here that I'm going to be working on later that need the same treatment. Not happy. So anyway, here we are with our modeling paste. One of these things. And modeling paste. I'm just going to be spreading this around for a little bit. Something that looks suspiciously like something that it has a plan. Imagine that. I did the dumb thing again where I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So anyway, I haven't done much, as you can see here. I'm just working on this texture piece and trying to lay some color down in the valleys. Okay, so here we are at our next step. Still not 100% sure what I'm doing. So I'm going to use this TLP Zeus. And I'm just gonna kind of rub it on here. You know what? It might be better to do that last. This is also TLP Zeus, but this is mixed as paint instead of with extra heavy gel gloss. I'm gonna I think I'm doing this all backwards. That's okay. we'll figure it out as we go. We'll start with that. And this nice little chipping brush. That's what I was afraid of. I've gone about this whole thing backwards. Yep, sure did. That's okay. That's okay. We figure out as we go sometimes. And that is 100% fine. Oh, shit, flying everywhere over here. Things get a little bass-ackwards sometimes. It's okay though. What are you gonna do, you know? I'm just sitting around trying to figure stuff out, man. As far as I can tell, that's pretty much an okay thing to do. As far as I recall, I've never one time said, I know what I'm doing. I've often said, don't tell me what to do, but I don't think I've often claimed to know what I was doing. So we're just gonna like go around here and cover all the stuff up that I came in and did earlier. It's okay. If I want it back, I'll do it again. These chipping brushes are not real good for keeping their bristles. Not very good at all. It's okay, we'll get it figured out. I'm good. I want this to look a little, you're gonna hear this so many times if you watch me very often. I want it to look a little rough. I want it to look aged, like something you might find in the back of your barn. There's some good stuff in the back of people's barns, let me tell you what. I found a bunch of it myself. get sort of complacent sometimes, and sometimes just flat out lazy. But when you're doing something for the first time for yourself that you've never done before or seen before, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen people make, you know, frames out of modeling paste, and I've done it myself, but this particular thing that I'm doing here, never, I'm sure 10 million people have done it, but I've never seen it done before. And I think sometimes that, I don't know whether it's laziness. I know from my part, that definitely plays a part. Oh, you know, I just want to do a thing. I don't really want to figure it out. I don't want to scrape it 12 times. Especially when I've been going through a period of scraping things. The last thing I want to do is scrape some more things. So I will go to Mina or Sarah or whoever, Tracy or Nate or Brian or, you know, anybody, and say, have you ever done so-and-so? And they'll say either yes or no. And if they say yes, I'll be like, well, when you did it, what was your consistency? What PMs did you use? What'd you do? How'd you make it work? And they will nicely tell me, because, you know, we do that for each other. But sometimes it's just about a means to an end. How do I do this? And well, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. I think sometimes it's nice for it to be a necessity to think, to figure out, to make mistakes, to scrape, to go, oh, look, I did that backwards. Okay, cool. I'll come back and do it again later. At least now I know what that looks like. Now I know what it looks like to lightly brush the Zeus over this texture. It's gonna look cool. As for the painted bits that were down inside the texture, not real sure I like those anyway. So I'm not mad about covering them up. I'm like, okay. You know, if I decide I want more color down in there later, I know how to get it. No big deal. But for me, at least, I know that sometimes I need to be left to think for myself. That doesn't mean the next time I ask you how to do something, you need to go, bitch, you need to go think for yourself. No, that's not what it means. It just means that, you know, sometimes it's like a meditation almost. How do I do this? How am I going to do this? Let me think this out. Let me try this. Oops, that didn't work. Let's not do that again. Or, hey, that was kind of cool. What am I stuck on? Canvases. You know, but this project, I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but I'm going to put something in the middle of it. You watch. But for right now, I gotta go soak these brushes. Soak your head, Stole. Soak my brushes and get them clean and set this somewhere out of my immediate work area to dry, so that I can use my work area later. I am a happy camper. All right. Pulling baby wipes out of the trash to wipe my hands with. Since I've started growing this channel, I've gone through 10 times as many baby wipes as I ever did, because I'm painting all the time. All the time. Always have something on my table. More times than not, I have 2 or 3 things on my table at once. like I do right now. There are 1, 2, 3. Hi, diddly dee, the artist life for me. Woo. Anyway, silly Kelly. I'll clean this stuff up, and I'll see you on the next go round. Okay, this is me being pretty happy with this. I wanted it to look like leather, and I think it does. I am going to brush a little bit, I believe, of Zeus, mixed with heavy gel gloss onto it. Yesterday when I was fiddling and playing, I found out that I like the way that the heavy gel gloss Zeus acted when, that one's drier, when I dry brushed it. Then the paint one, the one that's mixed as paint is a little thin, honestly, for this. So I'm just going to put some on my brush, gently go back and forth, up and down. Don't want this heavy, just want it sort of hitting the high points. I like that. Also going to do that. Okay, I like that. I like the way that looks. It just livens it up a little bit. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do my stencil. I have a stencil for the middle of this. I'm trying to decide. I think I'm probably going to just pounce it with my little foam pouncy things instead of doing it with the gel gloss, because I don't really want it lifted up, and I really don't want it that solid. So I think probably pouncing is the way that I'll go. Not yet. Not quite there yet. Just sort of gonna let this dry a little bit, I think, and then we'll get on with the stencil. I really am digging the way this turned out, though. I really, I feel like I've sort of channeled Janice Pittman, who does the coolest looks with paint and embellishing that I have ever seen in my life. And I'm real lucky to call her a friend of mine. Can't wait to meet her and hug her neck. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this to dry, and we'll be back for the next step. And now we're getting ready to do our stencil. I was going to do the stencil as usual with the gel gloss and piggies, and decided that I don't want to, so I'm not going to. I am dabbing this one with just regular paint. This is Artist Loft Unbleached Titanium. I just don't want it that solid this time. You know, I want it to look a little worn. So I am doing my dead level best to make it look a little worn. You know, due to the nature of this particular piece, I'm just looking for something a little bit different than usual. And because this stencil is only sort of stuck down, and because my level surface is not so level, I am having to do some creative holding, which is fine. Got to get our fetlocks right here. This stencil is from theartfulstencil.com. Oh, yeah. Theartfulstencil.com. That looks pretty cool. I might have to go and do something with that hand in the middle. It looks really cool, but it might dry a little dark. And if it does, we'll worry about it then. All right, so I'll give you a better picture here in a few minutes. Okay, here we are with our faux leather frame with our lovely stencil of our Palomino horse, our Native American Palomino horse with markings. And this is how he turned out. I think it's really cool. I might go over the red hand in the middle with some brighter red, because although I love that red, it did not show up very well. So I'm going to let it sit for a day or two and think about it. But as of right now, we're finished. Thanks for watching.